Yeah, we live. Ha! It's your boy Strick right here. I'm talking about a great night. We're about to have it right now. But in order for us to have it, you got to do what I'm doing right now. You have to share this video. All you have to do is go into where you see the video. You see the share button right there. Just press it. It's really that simple. Why not, right? So I have some information that we're going to give you tonight that's going to help a lot of people. This lady is probably online, probably one of the most encouraging people that I see on the internet. She does Facebook Live. She's helping people. She's encouraging people. She's making people move. And she's going to do that tonight in just a second. But you have to share this. Like, I'm doing it in real time, like right now on both my pages. That's DJ Strick and Strick City. I am actually sharing it so me and you could be doing this together. Why not, right? So I'm doing this really, really quick because this young lady is really busy. And she said, hey, Strick, I am coming. I want to help, but I have a lot going on today. So she's actually coming in here today to help the Strick City community. And then she's got another training tonight. So we're going to make this really quick for you. At the end of the broadcast tonight, I'm going to share something with you guys that I normally would not share, but I'm getting so many questions about my setup. What are you using? What systems are you using? What kind of camera do you have? Guess what? I'm spilling the beans tonight. You can have all of that information after the interview tonight. I'm going to stay on just a few minutes. And if you got any questions, you can send the questions in, all of that. I want to help people. Like I tell people all the time that I have enough YouTube experience right now to have a doctoral degree on how to do this stuff. It's not the best yet. It's not everything that I want. But I know a little bit that I think may be able to help people move along in their online journey as well. That being said, it is now time. Like, I'm tired of talking. This young lady is going to take the floor and help us really go through her testimony. And then if you are trying to do some things online, you need help online marketing, you need a coach, you need someone that has been there, done it, affiliate marketing. She is a strategist. She's doing it all. And I'm so proud of her for what she's doing and what she has done in the past. And we're going to talk right now with Nicole S. Cooper. How are you doing? Was
I
my
am doing awesome.
was my intro good enough? You know what I'm saying? Did I give you
Listen, I
enough?
feel like I'm on CNN right now. I feel like I done made it. My mom made
I
it.
know, right?
I'm on
I'm
the
on
Today Show.
TV. I'm on TV, mama.
My
So
mom made it.
So we got to shout out all of our people from Auburn University MIA. Like, we're part of the MIA family
Woo.
together. So I thank you so very much for taking the time to be with your boy tonight, Strick, to be on Strick City Live. You have a space on the internet that you have a following. You encourage people. You're a coach. I mean, you're doing so much. How did you get started in this particular industry?
You know what's a good question? Back when, in like 2007, 2008, I was a real estate agent. So we all know what happened there,
Right?
the collapse of the market. I was an investor. I was one of the top agents in the city of Orlando. I thought that I had arrived and I was going to build this big portfolio of investment properties, all to realize that what goes up can come down. I didn't think
Okay.
that happened. I thought, yeah, once you get to the top, you're good. But long story short, we pretty much lost everything. We were broke, bankrupt, foreclosed, repossession, everything happened. And we ended up we were pregnant. I was pregnant with my first child on the way. And I had to figure out what the next steps would be to hurry up and get back on my feet so that I could be able to take care of my family. And so I said, if I did it once, I could do it again. I got online. I began to research how to make money from home, how to make money online. Talked to my dad and told my dad I found something called internet marketing and I wanted to invest in it. And he went on ahead and just told me, I believe in you. Here's my credit card. Get what you need to get. And as they say, the rest is history. I started buying ebooks and getting on paid webinars and buying courses. And we didn't have YouTube, was just getting started back then. And so I just started learning how internet marketing worked. I started calling people because back then people put their phone number out there. So I started getting on the phone with people like, what is it that you do? How come everywhere I go, I see you everywhere? Like, how are you creating these videos? And how do you build out these web pages? And I just started becoming a student of the industry. And I did that. I just started buying up everything I could, but I also needed to make money. And so I didn't have any influence at the time. The internet was kind of a new emerging thing. So I started hiring myself out to work for people as a virtual assistant, whatever. If people needed a content writer, I did it. If they wanted somebody to build their blog, I did it. Whatever people needed, I provided my services for them. And what that did for me was allow me to practice what I was learning while getting paid. So I tell people, you learn while you earn. I started making money while I continued to learn. And then as I started making money, I realized that there were businesses out there that I can get involved with, that I can use the internet to market. So I partnered up with this business as like an affiliate marketer, and got online, started promoting their products. And my first month, I think I made $1,200. My second month, I made $3,200, and then my third month, I made 12,000. My fourth month, I made over $20,000. I was like, okay, we're in business. And within a 6 month, or probably about 6 to 9 months, I made over six figures, and I realized that the skills that I was learning with internet marketing were the real deal. And so that's how I got started. And that just emerged into all these other things that I'm doing now.
Now, Nicole, let me say this. I heard you talk, and one of the things that I get from you is you just chose a particular market to go in, but you already had these particular skills. You're going to be successful in whatever you decided to do. Am I wrong in saying that?
I did not have internet marketing skills. Now, I did get an IT degree from Auburn, but I had no intentions of using
No,
it.
and what I'm saying is it's not like internet marketing skills, but there's a skill for people. I call it like I like saying people have more than one talent. Like in the Bible, the master gave one five, he gave the other one two, and he gave one one. The person with five was able to duplicate it. The person with two was able to duplicate his gifting, the money or talent, and the person with one actually stuck it in the ground, didn't do anything with it. And what I'm saying is, I'm listening to you. You seem like a highly what I want to call it, multitasking type person, like a person that has the ability to do more than one thing at one time. But more importantly, you're a person that will overachieve. Like you'll do more than most people to get to that next steps. And that is where your success comes from. Am I wrong in saying that?
Yes.
Because
No,
what you
I am
teach,
definitely. Oh,
so I
yes.
mean, what I'm saying is what you teach is, people making the extra step, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely a self-starter. But what I love to teach is the ability to have a vision and learning how to do what it takes to align that vision with the work ethic, right? Everybody got a dream. We all got a dream. We all got goals. We all have big ambitions. We all want the nice house, the nice car, and make a lot of money and, live a fabulous life. But what I noticed that a lot of people lack is the ability to execute. Now I'm one of those people that what do they call it? It's not ready, aim, fire. I'm ready, fire, aim. Right? Give me the gun. I'm gonna start shooting, and I'll figure it out as I go along. Because at the end of the day, sometimes we overthink and wait for perfect circumstances before we take action. So I've just learned in all the years of studying entrepreneurship and success, and wanting to build wealth and all these things, you'll hear the same messaging over and over again, whether you're reading Think and Go Rich or whatever book you're reading, but
Right.
they all talk about the ability to execute and take action, right? It's like, yeah, you can have the mindset to believe it, to achieve it, but can you go do the work that's going to manifest the result? And so I've learned how to master the ability to get the results.
And that's what I would call it high capacity people, people that know how to do the work, because you could teach this all day long. And if people are not willing to get off their butt and if you made 10 phone calls, make the 11th one that could change your life, it's going to be difficult. It could be hard in whatever endeavor you may have. And we're not talking about clocking in at somebody else's job. That's easy. We're talking about making something for yourself where you have to start from zero and work your way up. It takes a lot of work. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. It does take work. And I'll say, when I started this, we were on welfare. We had lost everything:
Wow.
foreclosure, repossession, bankruptcy, everything. We were staying with some friends in a spare bedroom on a 40-year-old pullout couch. I was 8 months pregnant.
Wow.
And I don't even know if we had $150 coming in a month.
Wow.
Right. So it was one of those things where it was do or die. And it was like, okay, well, while I have this room and these people allowing me to stay under their roof and not asking me for anything out of my pocket, you better give it your all so that you can dig your way out this hole and reposition yourself. And that's what I chose to do. And it probably took me, about my husband ended up getting a job and that dug us out. But I started working for people within about 3 to 6 months. I was just like, whatever I can do, writing articles for $5, being people's virtual assistants,
Gotcha.
building websites for $200. So yeah, it comes with working and being humble enough to start at the bottom and don't despise small beginnings, but that's what it takes.
So you are known throughout the internet marketing arena. Like people know you all over the country because of your success in multi-level marketing and internet marketing, and you being a strategist. Now you have learned how to pivot over the years. Could you explain like some of those pivots you've made and why?
Absolutely. Well, there are things that you'll give a try. I believe that life is like a scavenger hunt. You'll get clues to go try different things, and those clues will lead you to something else, right? So I'm somebody that's never afraid to try things. I'm always willing to give something a try. And
Gotcha.
sometimes you try something and it sets you up for something else. So a lot of time my pivots are you get to a place, you give something a try, either it's not working or it's time to graduate or make a shift. And I listen spiritually, like I'm heavily discerning about where I feel God is leading me. Right. And so there are things that are happening where it's a flow, and then all of a sudden it stops. And this door is closing, but it's time to make a change. So I'm really good about, okay, this door is closing. That means it's time for something new. What's next?
Right.
So pivots usually come from just life's transitions and being okay with change. Because most
Gotcha.
people feel like, well, I started down this path. I'm supposed to stick it all the way out till the day I die. No, life is about shifting, moving, and trying things until you find your groove.
That's what's up. So, would you say, like, over your time doing this particular thing, because money is always a big drawing tool, would you say you've made over $1 million doing the type work that you do?
Oh, I made way more than
And I
yeah,
was just throwing a simple number out there because Nicole, I just
yeah.
think that people need to understand that whether it's internet marketing that you may be doing, whether you're a strategist, whether you're coaching, that there is a lane out there for everyone if they're willing to put in the work. Now, you do several different things. Are you right now taking on new clients? To help in their process? Are you doing training for people online where people can kind of join into what you're doing so that they could succeed in their endeavors as well?
Yeah, so what I'm currently doing, I am currently building something called Impact Nation. Impact Nation is built around people who want to build home based businesses, but they don't know the steps or the skill sets on how to build it. And
Gotcha.
they also may not be able to build their own business yet. So we leverage a third party platform in the ecom industry. And so I coach them on how to leverage this platform so that they can build 5 figures or potentially 6 figures in their business and create long term residual income. So that's what I'm doing now.
Got you. And people could basically, if they want to connect with you as far as what you're doing to be on your team, hey, they say, hey, I saw you on Strick Show. Uh, he says that you're this guru, this person that knows how this internet marketing stuff goes. How can I get started in your plan? Like, how do people connect with you?
They can find me on social media and DM me.
It is really that simple. It is
That's
really that
simple.
simple. It is really that
You know,
simple.
I come from the world of sales funnels and email campaigns and this, that, and the other. And let me tell you what I've learned about being in the industry. We create so much distance between us and people to the point where we almost discourage people from reaching out to us.
I
If
got you.
you want to make money and you want to get paid, learn the art of picking up the phone again. That's where your money is. So DM me and let's hop on a call, and that's how I work.
It is really that simple, guys. And I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me tonight. For people that don't know, they can actually search on Facebook and they can search Nicole S. Cooper. And basically on her profile page, she's going on live. Like, how often are you live? Is it every now and again now? Do you have a set time where you're kind of giving tips today?
So I've been random, spontaneous, right? Because I've been
Hmm.
building a lot of things behind the scenes.
Right.
But we're going to start having a consistent schedule. So I'll be on about 1 to 2 times a week, giving different business tips, peak performance tips, how to actually become master the art of execution. That's something that I'm passionate about, how to get things done.
Right.
Um,
Right. Right.
and so yes, I'm on about 1 to 2 times a week.
And I want to tell y'all to take a look at it. Just go to her page and listen to some of the things she does. I mean, off the top of my head, last week it was 7 money tips, during the pandemic or something like that that you did just to help people through it. And I just think that it's awesome what you're doing and how you're helping. And if I could do anything with my audience is just expose them to who you are. And hopefully somebody can grab a hold and be like, man, I want what this young lady has and I want to put in the work. And they'll contact you and do exactly that.
Well, I would say this for those of y'all that are watching, if you're tired about dreaming about your dream life and you want to learn how to actually manifest that thing, you want to learn how to actually get on the internet, create a presence, and learn how to create passive income, residual income, automated money online, then reach out. Look out for me, Nicole Les Cooper, and we can talk.
Dude, I brought it to you. That's all I could do. It's just bring the information to you. I have her on. She's gave her pitch to you. It's your turn. All right. And I'm not a salesperson for her. I just know her work. And I've seen her over the years and I think she's got the goods. That being said, you'll see more from her on her page. That's Nicole S. Cooper. Nicole, thanks for taking the time tonight.
Thank you so much for squeezing me
No,
in.
I listen. I wanted to be wise with the time that we had, and I think we got right to it tonight. I know you have some other things that you got going on, but I'm so grateful that you took the time to hang out with me, and hopefully we get a chance to do this again.
Yes, please do where I can have a lot more time.
Yeah, we can go through it. Like we can go through all the money tips. You can go through the website, all that
I
stuff.
would
We'll
love
do it again.
to.
We'll do it again. All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Awesome.
ma'am.
Thank you, Strick, for having me on.
Yes, ma'am. So, you know what? This has been like the coolest thing in the world to do, like to know people and to actually have them on your show so that you can expose good people to other good people like y'all. Thank you so very much for being on tonight. I said what I was going to do in the second half is kind of explain some of the stuff that I have going on here in the studio. And next time I do this, I'll actually show you some of the things. So I want to go down the list so you'll know. So people are asking me, like, what kind of camera are you using? So this is for everybody that wants to know strict setup. Like it took me a while to get to this. If you go watch some of those other shows that I started with, they didn't look like this. So I have basically started right where you guys are with trying to figure this out. All right. So I will give a big shout out right now to some groups. I'm not connected to them in any way. I like the content that they put out on YouTube. It's called Think Media. All right. Think Media. They're putting out content. One of the guys' name is Sean. They're putting out content weekly for content creators. What kind of lights to use, what kind of cameras to use, what kind of setup you should have. I spend a lot of time. They help you with your YouTube. All right. So another guy that I've been watching recently, and he's connected to the software group that I use. So I use Ecamm, Ecamm Live. So for everybody that uses a Mac, this is a Mac only product. All right. So if you're using a PC, I would tell you to go to vMix. But if you're using a Mac computer, so that's so I use a MacBook Pro. All right. So this is, I think, is 2017 version i7. You got to have one with some processing speed. But that being said, I use Ecamm with it. So you can check out Ecamm Live. I actually have the affiliate link in the description of this particular video stream for tonight. So all you have to do is click that description or a link in the description, click it, and it will send you to all the information you need about Ecamm Live. And they do have, I think it's a 14-day trial version. And I've gone with the pro version of this that gives me all of the accessibility that you would have in the 14-day trial. So I like it. Um, I've been using it ever since I've gone live, and they have upgraded the product offering just in a couple of months. Just in a couple of months, they've upgraded the product offering. So they've upgraded, but I didn't have to pay any more for it. So I'm telling you, it's a good company. I use another guy I've been watching really recently. His name is Doc Rock. So you can find him on YouTube at DOC Rock, Doc Rock, and he goes through tutorials, and man, he goes over the gamut talking about Ecamm. He did a show about Canva, which I use a lot for my graphics. I'm telling my graphics secrets. He talks about Keynote. So Keynote was one of the places that we were using with the Mac, because Keynote is free on the Mac. You're actually able to do overlays with that. So overlays will be on your screen, and you could throw up names and all that kind of stuff. So at one point I had a cool Strick City overlay. Let me see if I can find my Strick City overlay and see if I can put that up so you can see some of the things that I've done. See if this is a good one. There it is. There it is. So that's what they call an overlay, and it actually is automated. It comes up, it goes down, and disappears and all that kind of stuff. And I can even make it play again. Boom, there you go. You see Strick in Strick City. What else do I want to talk about? So I'm going to actually have the description of my lights, but let's talk about the camera that I use, all right? So the details on the camera, it is a Canon DSLR, all right, SL3. All right, so if you're taking notes, it is a Canon SL3. All right. The secret with the Canon or any camera you have, so whether that's a Nikon, Canon, or Sony, the secret to having a picture like this, it is going to be the lens. All right, so you can't get a picture like this with what they call the kit lens that comes with the camera. It'll be very hard. So this is the 50 millimeter 1.8. So f1.8, and that's what they call the f-stop, which gives you an opportunity to get more light into the camera and gives you the blurry background, gives you what they call the depth of field, which blurs out the back. It gives you that professional look. That's what I'm using. So it is actually with Ecamm. So one of the things that make Ecamm different, before Canon upgraded, they just did it a couple of months ago, to where you can download an app for Canon and connect the camera through USB. Before they did that, Ecamm had already had a technology where you can actually connect USB to the computer. You didn't have to use a capture card or any of that. It took out, I mean, everybody was, at one point, you couldn't get an Elgato capture card. You couldn't get one. Like I had one and I sold it for like 4 times as much as it was worth. I had to buy a camera, so I just swapped it out because I was using Ecamm, and I connected my camera to my computer just using USB. And this is the picture that I'm getting connected, not HDMI, but USB connection. This is the picture that I'm getting. 1080p, 30 frames a second, the whole 9. This is what it looks like. All right, Ecamm. In the description, you can just click it. You can get all the details about what Ecamm is doing. I'm telling you now, I'm using a Canon. Now, I will say this. You want a newer Canon. I did have a T5, Canon T5 that I was using earlier. Even with the lens, it didn't give me this picture. So this is one of the latest processor inside of the Canon that allows it to look this way, along with the great lens. All right. So I do have a lens that I'm going to upgrade to that gives me an opportunity to get the camera a little closer. The camera is way far away from me right now, but I have a new lens that I'm going to get. It's going to be Sigma 18 to 35 1.8 as well. So it still gives me that depth of field, but I'll be able to get it a little closer to me and hopefully be able to get more of the room view with that particular lens. While I'm talking, like the question is, if you're content creators and you want to know, I don't mind taking a second answering the question. Just put it in the comments there, and I don't mind answering the question while I am here. I have lights on either side of me here. So lights here and here. And then I have a light right behind me. Well, one right behind me hitting me here on the back. They're what they call a hair light. That also gives me depth from the frame, okay? So it's coming here, and then I have a light right behind me. I don't know if I can move, you can see it, but it's actually giving me a little silhouette, but it's hitting the back wall with a little color as well. I'm telling all of my secrets, and I'm doing that for someone that may want to get into being a content creator. You're using your phone now, which is the best place to start. That is actually where I started. I started using a iPhone 7. You know, an iPhone 7, this camera right here does 4K. It really does. The camera on the outside does 4K, and if you can line it up right, have someone help you line it up, you can actually get it. On the other side, it is 1080p, which is just as good. Now, you don't get the depth of field, but you get a quality picture that you could use, okay? So I also, the mic, don't get me started on the sound. Oh, man, I can go all day talking about the microphone that I use. Because it took me years to get it. I've been wanting this mic for at least 5 years. It took me a while to get it because it's not cheap, okay? It is an investment. But that being said, if you want a quality sound, all right? If you want a real quality sound, I'm telling you, this is the microphone to have, the S7B, all right? And I'm not showing off. I'm just telling you, like, there are other products to get. Rode, RODE, has some podcaster mics you can get for $100. This is not a $100 mic. I like those other products. If I had to duplicate it and have other voices in my studio, I would probably go with the Rode Podcaster $100 mic. I think they sound good for the money. But this one, yeah. I just think that it's the best. It's the best. And I do have an interface that I'm using with it, a native Complete 6 interface that I'm using to connect the mic to my computer. So that interface is a USB interface that connects. Again, if you got any questions, I got a few more minutes. I want to stick around for you to be able to answer any questions that you may have. I love doing the show. To be honest with you, this is an opportunity for me to kind of reach an audience that I couldn't reach just doing radio. I don't like the fact that I can't play music like on some of the social media sites, and I understand there's licensing things that I can't get into, but it is what it is. So D Hall, I see you comment here. You've been trying to holler at me for a while. D, man, I'm here. Inbox me, brother. Listen, if you know Strick and if you know me for a long time, my number has not changed. Okay, my number ain't changed. But inbox me, man. I'd love to holler at you, catch up with you, and help you any way that I can. I hope you're still doing your thing. I hope you're still singing, brother. Again, if you got any questions, I'm hanging around to be able to answer them. Another secret of what I got going on right now. D-Hall, listen, send it to me. So D's asking me on my station. If you guys don't know, I still run an app called UGR. You can actually find that on any application. So Android, Apple, UGR is the site. Indeed, man, sure. I will. Strick City at gmail.com. So if you got music that you want to send to me, again, that's strickcity at gmail.com. I love to hear it and put it in rotation for you, brother. It's really that simple, all right? So I use a system to broadcast my show to Facebook, to YouTube, and Periscope. And Periscope, you can actually see it on Twitter. So all my people that are on Periscope watching this, thank y'all. Like, I'm trying to grow my Periscope community, just like I'm trying to get people to like, was it follow me or whatever on Instagram? Like, I don't have a whole lot of Instagram followers. I don't know what I need to do. Like, do I need to go on there and sing? Like, do I need to do TikTok dances on Instagram to get people to follow me? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? All my Periscope people, stand up. I appreciate it because that's just a community over there that I had not been aware of. And when I started doing the live, and I saw that you can get to Twitter using Periscopes, I'm like, sign me up. And it's just been growing. So my YouTube channel has been growing. More and more subscribers. You can subscribe to that in the description below as well. So definitely y'all do that. You know, be inside of the Strick City team. All right, maybe I'm thinking about this. Strick City group is next. So I'm going to do a Facebook group just for the Strick City people where y'all can get stuff that nobody else will be able to get. Like I do more tutorials on this and do some of the things that I like doing, like even with Nicole was an opportunity to share a testimony, share her work. And we'll be able to encourage people because there's a lot of people out there that are just waiting on something to happen. And they need to know you have to make it happen. So during the pandemic, I thought I had a little extra time. And I said, man, while I got some time, let me do some stuff. So I'm getting ahead of myself. To get to all of those platforms at one time, I use a system called Restream. All right. It is not in the description, but I'm going to add it into the notes later. Restream.com. I need to get my affiliate link for that so you can get on it. But Restream is free. Like there is a free version of Restream. But it has a lot of capabilities, very similar to Ecamm. But more importantly, it gives me an opportunity to get to multiple social media sites with one stream. Okay. So I'm streaming this out through Ecamm. It goes to Restream, and Restream puts it on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. I'm working on LinkedIn. If they'll let your boy in, I'll be on LinkedIn as well. But those are all the platforms that I'm on right now. Again, I'm telling the secrets. If you're out there and you got some questions or whatever about my setup, if you got some questions on how to get started, if you got some questions on software, right now I'm using a MacBook Pro, but if you have a PC, you know, there's ways that you can kind of duplicate this. Restream, you can use with a PC. I'm using Ecamm, but I would recommend if you have a PC, I've used, vMix, and I really like it. All right. So if you're in the business and everybody's talking about, the first thing I saw when I wanted to live stream was OBS. All right. So that's a free system, is what they call open source. So that means that there are programmers around the country that would change it and tweak it and give you options inside of OBS to make a good stream. Cool. It is very cumbersome if you're starting it to use it. Like to get started on that system, you got to really be on it. Ecamm, when I found it, it made similar type setup, but it made everything simple. All right. Everything was really simple, easy to use. It integrated well with the Mac. And so I absolutely love it. I've used vMix on a PC, all right, for our church. Guess what? That works very well as well. So there's several different things out there that you could use to be able to stream and to get out to whatever community you're trying to get out to. What I want to explain to you as, appreciate it, D Hall. I got it, brother. What I want to explain to you is whatever you want to do, whether you want to be a content creator, you want to tell stories. I just found out that some of the biggest internet people on the rise are out of the city of Birmingham. Like there are two of them that are really big, that's doing some major things, and they're from Birmingham. I'm like, wow, there's no need for anything to stop you. If you got a cell phone, you can create content. All right. The microphones on here are great. Okay. Like one of my first videos, I actually used the recorded audio off of the phone, and my camera was here because my camera, I couldn't connect the microphone to the camera, and I needed a better sound than what the camera mic would give me. So I connected a microphone to my phone, and that's how I got better audio. Man, I'm telling you, there's a lot of secrets out here about how to do it and make it well. The biggest thing is you have to do something. So if you're watching me right now, and I know the debate's going on, so I'm about to stop. But if you're watching this, even in the replay, what I want to tell you is just make the first move. All right? Do something. Post a video. I actually recorded 5 videos before I first posted the first one because I wanted to have some content more than just one. But I'm telling you to do something. Like there's no need for you to continue to dream that I want to be online. I want to do this. I want to do that. Guess what? You could do it all. All right? You could do it all in one sitting. All right? You could record your videos. You can make all of your posts for a whole week in one sitting. Now, let's say maybe an hour out of one day in a week. You could do your videos, you can make your social media posts, and then schedule them. I'm being honest, schedule them. So there's scheduled posts you can do on Facebook. There's scheduled posts you can do on Twitter. I'm not really sure about, if you are a content creator, with the production tools in Facebook, you can connect your Facebook page to your Instagram page, and all of the stuff could be scheduled out. So you don't have to do it every day, but you can make several posts a day, and it's all scheduled. It's really that simple. I've given you a lot of secrets tonight, and I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I'm not the guru. I don't know it all. Like I told you about Think Media, there's a team of people in Think Media that's hammering out videos on a daily basis, and they're talking tech, they're talking cameras, they're talking how to do YouTube channels, all of that. I recommend Sean and the guys at Think Media. All right. They're not paying me for this. I wish they was. They don't even know who I am, but I'm sharing you what I look at on a daily basis. And I really like Doc Rock, DOC Rock. He's connected with the Ecamm community, and I like the content. He's a great teacher, and he's innovative. And, some of the flyers that have been made recently for the show that I have was based off of some of his shows and training. Now, I modified it for my style, but he led me down a path to see you could do more with Canva, and that's where our team has started to do a little more with it. All right, that's all I have for you tonight. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Nicole C. Cooper, for coming through, being on Strick City Live. We have several people coming through next week. I don't know if you know this, but there was a guy that recently won the mayor's race in Irondale, Alabama. He's actually the first African-American to do that. All right? Real talk. He's the first African-American to do that. And I also have a young lady that wrote a book recently, Lori Kroom. She's going to be on the show on Tuesday night. The mayor is going to be on of Irondale. The mayor of Irondale is going to be on Thursday night. And I want to hear both of their stories, and I want to share it with you. So next week, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You got your boy Strick. And thank you guys for checking us out tonight. Listen, I actually love what I do and love bringing it to you. And thank you for, hanging out with your boy. It's been really cool. It really has. So